All right, we're talking today how to build relationships at work and why. Oh my goodness, everything is relationships, right? A coach that didn't take an interest in you. Can you imagine having a teacher, a mentor, somebody that you looked up to that didn't give you the time of day? They just ignored you. They didn't talk to you. They didn't try to get to know you. They didn't want to know anything about you. All they wanted to do is tell you what to do all day. How does that make you feel? Like garbage, right? You'd be looking for another job tomorrow, if not while you're working, right? Terrible. Yet, through my career, I've had leaders that were like that, that just didn't give a care about anybody. All they cared about was themselves. And you know what? They just never really lasted very long because they didn't take an interest in other people, right? So, what we want to do is take an interest in others so that others will then take an interest in not only us, but in the work that they are, right? So let's talk about this. Number one, we've got to set the intention. Have a desire to build relationships with the people that we work with. Why? Because we just genuinely like people, right? We genuinely like people. We want the best for them. So step number one is have a desire to build a relationship. And step number two, which is I am going to build relationships with people today. Now, what are some things that we can do? Number one, take an interest in others. Take an interest in who they are. And one way that we learn how to do that is to form people, F-O-R-M, right? We want to ask them about their family, about their occupational goals. What do you like about your job? What would you like to do? Is there something more you would like to do? What about their recreation, right? The R is for recreation. What do they do? What do they do when they're not at work? What do they do for fun? What are their hobbies? What are they really into? And then what motivates them? Are they motivated by money? Are they motivated by inspiring things? What inspires them? What motivates them to get things done? Now, when we find out who they really are and what they're about, then they know that we care, right? So we've got to learn to listen to them, which is step number three. Learn to listen. First of all, we learn to listen, and then we listen to learn about them. Why? Because the more we know about people and the better we understand them, then the more effectively we can lead them out. That's terrible, right? Because if we have embraced people steward, which is embracing the love and care for the people who love and care for our customers, that's what leadership is all about, right? Leading the people who love on our customers. So what do we want to do? We want to find a way, which is number four, to serve them. Serve them any way we can. What do they need from us? Is it my time, my attention, do I need to just honor them and value them? People are people, and we want to treat them like people and not like things, right? We want to serve them and support them and help them grow. So how specifically was 5, 6, and 7, right? To support them, help them grow, and provide that recognition. How can we help them grow? Well, where are they falling short? If we are constantly working with them and we're meeting with them and we're communicating with them, then steps you need to take in order to get there. So it's not vagary. It's not vague. It's very specific. Do this, 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 and this, and you will get this result, right? It's one thing to say, hey, you need to hit more home runs over the fence versus here, let's talk about your stance and how to build power in your swing and how to straighten out your swing. All the different things that a coach would do, the pointers, the very specific things that you need to do in order to get more home runs over the fence. And sometimes you just need to swing more often, right? But then it's recognition. Pointing out, what are you doing well, right? If we want more of a specific behavior, point it out. And I will tell you that every single time I ever had a boss point something out that I was doing well, they got done. And I don't know about you, but when I work, I always put in a lot of effort. So to double or triple that effort takes a lot, right? And yet, somehow we find that energy because somebody has recognized us for something that we're good at, something that we do well, right? So we want to do more of that. And then the last thing, number 8, is it's the career development discussions that we have with them. It's the one-to-one meetings that we have after our career development discussions so that we can continually track and their progress and continually tweak things that may be not working, right? Because they're going to make mistakes and we're going to tweak the process and then we're going to send them back out. It's a support meeting. It's not a beat you up meeting, right? This is where we support, we give the advice that they may or may not need, where we ask a lot of find out questions, right? And then what do? Well, we give immediate feedback in the moment while they're doing the job. And that does require a lot of time, right? It's going to require our time. It's going to require our attention. It's going to require a lot of heart. Why? Because that's what people need in order to grow. So how do we build relationships at work? Set the intention, have the desire to do it. Take an interest in people, because as we take an interest in them, they will also take an interest in us, and more importantly, in the work that they do. Listen to learn about them. And then let's take that information and let's serve them, let's support them, let's help them grow, let's give them recognition, and let's do a lot of follow-up through our meetings, through our one-to-one meetings, as well as giving them that immediate feedback when they're doing well, as well as some immediate correction if they're not. Thank you so much for watching. Like,